Apple today out with two new iPhones, the iPhone 5C, the iPhone 5S, which of course it promises are the best, latest, hottest iterations of a very popular product. You can't live without it. You have to upgrade, but some fans think the original was perfect enough, and they are sticking with their original iPhones. Quentin Futrell is here with this story. This was a very interesting story, Quentin. I thought it was a very interesting story. There are people who have the original iPhone, don't want to upgrade, no interest.
2007, it's really a lifetime ago in terms of technology. But every time a new iPhone comes out, like today, Apple VP Phil Schiller said, "Never before have we built a product with this extraordinary level of fit and finish." Before that, the 4S, he said, was the most amazing iPhone yet. Steve Jobs said the previous one was the most beautiful thing we've ever made. So every time a new phone comes out, it's the best, most amazing phone ever. But some people think the first phone is the most beautiful of all.
And you talk to several people who still have the phone, it still works, and they have no interest in upgrading.
Right. Well, they also have other ways of using it. Some people have it as a backup phone. Of course, they can use it to look back at old text messages. Others use it for younger family members, for audiobooks, for the kids.
Right.
Also, there are some. I mean, obviously, it's not as technically advanced as some of the later phones. It has a lot going against it: the battery life, the quality of the camera, etc. But there are some apps out there. Like there was one chap I spoke to. He loves this game called Glider, and that's not available anymore on the App Store. So he uses his iPhone, his original first generation iPhone, to play this game.
It's his Glider phone.
It's his Glider phone.
And I think part of it is, and it's in. We have a little Apple museum here. We have this is Elva Ramirez's old iPod. Very good. Yeah.
I thought that was a BlackBerry.
This is my old iPod from, I think this is from 04 or 05.
Right.
And I remember when I got it, thinking that, well, the battery's going to die. I'm going to have to upgrade it in a year and a half. But you know what? I think you'll find that you don't really have to upgrade. I mean, I still use it.
Right.
I use it on the bus. It still works. The battery is still decent. You don't have to upgrade every year and a half.
Right. Does your music bounce on the iPod like it did on the Walkman? No. When you're running in the park?
No,
I don't think so.
It does not. Right.
But you know, the interesting thing about the iPhone, the original, it was really a successor in many ways to the iPod because people use it for music. And there was one guy I spoke to who had downloaded his CD collection onto his first iPhone, and he doesn't want to have to go to the trouble of doing that all over again. So now he uses his 2007 iPhone when he's in the car, so he can listen to all that music.
Now, is this? I have to think this is a minority of the people overall who have these phones. You
would think,
right?
Yeah. I mean, there are no numbers on statistics in this, so it's one could assume it's a very small number. Obviously, with the new iPhone, one reseller reported a 100% increase in iPhone 5s being traded in. So yeah, there's a huge industry in recycling and upgrading phones.
Were any of these people you talked to, were they saying maybe I'd be tempted to get the new phone? I'm going to look at it. I'm going to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are Apple aficionados, so they love Apple. That's why they have the original phone. But one of the other reasons is they also see it as a historical artifact. It's the very first phone, as Steve Jobs said at the time, that really was. I think he's been proven right. It did revolutionize the way we use phones, and it created this whole new genre, I suppose, of smartphones, and that swish and swirl that we're all so used to these days.
All right, Quentin Futrell, great stuff. Thank you very much.